Have you ever felt like giving up on your small business? Advice on how to grow your business. Oh, someone said,
Sure.
let's see that OG scrunchie. Don't laugh at me. I need to focus. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tina and I'm the creator of XXL & Co. and we make XXL scrunchies. And today I have a very special guest. This person is the whole reason why I started XXL Scrunchie. I gifted her the very first one that I made last Christmas, so it was like Christmas of 2019, I guess. It's my cousin Ann Lan of Vitality Beauty & Co. in Thunder Bay.
Oh, I feel like a claw, like ah.
I know,
So yeah,
especially
it
because you
was.
have claws.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
my god.
I remember that.
Are you
I'm
crying?
crying.
I'm so mad at you. Wait for our shirts to really be in it unless we sit like this. Because you had your volume off and we couldn't hear each other.
Hi.
Hi.
Finally.
You look so comfy. I'm just on a stool.
I know.
Yes, let me have my coffee with my ice cream sticker on it.
Cute sticker. So this is my cousin Anlan, and she's the owner of Vitality Beauty & Co. Me and Anlan actually had this call started over an hour ago. It's 5:30? It's
Thank you.
5:30?
Natural light is gone.
We scheduled this call for 4:30, and then Anlan, I guess, had the volume off at one point, and we couldn't hear me, and we thought, like, we had so many technical difficulties.
I didn't know. Sorry.
Today we're going to be going over the juicy tea about the first time Anlan received the XXL scrunchie, her reaction when I gave her the first one, why I made them oversized scrunchies specifically for her because you can see all of her hair. She clearly needs a giant scrunchie.
It's all my
Oh my
real
god,
hair.
it's
No hair
huge!
extensions.
How she convinced me to start my business, how we have like a second branch called Northern XXL, and we're going to answer some fun Q&As. Aylin, can you share with us what Vitality Beauty & Co. does exactly?
Okay, so I'm Ellen, and I own Vitality Beauty and Company, and we're located in Thunder Bay. Been doing my services. I've had this place for 6 years now. So I do lash extensions, microbladed eyebrows. I do permanent makeup. I do teeth whitening. I do lash lift, and I also have a stylist here that does hair. So we pretty much do a lot of services here in Thunder Bay in the beauty industry.
Yeah, and Lynn's done my lashes. Have you done my lips? No. You've done my liner, my brows. You haven't been able to
Yeah.
do my teeth yet because you just started that and then, I don't know, pandemic happened pretty much.
You know, you've been here what twice, and you've done murals for me at Vitality.
Oh yeah, I did the back door mural.
Did
I'll
the
put like a link.
logo. This is my logo.
Yeah. And I've done your lash room, a little mural in your lash room. I forgot.
I know, I love it. So cute.
Let's start off by explaining Christmas. So most people know, but I was making gifts that year for fun because it's so hard to buy our family gifts because everyone like has everything. So I made you, only you, a scrunchie from one of my mom's old shirts. And I remember I didn't think anything of it and I made like a card with it. And I think you brought it, right? Like you have it?
Yes,
It
this is
actually looks
the
so
original.
cute.
The original one. There's no tag on it, and this is the original XXL. I put it in my hair.
Yeah, put it in your hair for fun. I remember it was like after
Yeah,
we
and I
ate
was like
dinner.
so confused. I opened up the present and I was like, did you make this?
Yeah, I was like laying
I
on
was
the
like,
couch or something, like playing with this like kids, one of the kids' games.
okay, this is amazing because I literally just bought a scrunchie, but it wasn't as big as this one
I remember
to
it was
hold
like a
up all
leopard
my
one.
hair. So I put my hair up like this. Put it in. It was like the best present ever.
Yeah, I remember you came up to me and you kept like like you had the scrunchie around your hand. Let me see if I have one here. Yeah, of course I have a scrunchie here. So you kept going like this. Did you make this? Like you were like, you made this? Like you were freaking
What was
out.
amazing?
You were freaking
Well,
out. And I
yeah,
was like, yeah, I made it. like I didn't want to tell you it was from like my mom's old shirt either.
Not that I was like, okay, you need to sell this because Thunder Bay will love it. I just
Yeah,
knew it would work.
I remember you kept saying that, and I was like still painting murals. Like I had like 5 upcoming ones, and I was like, oh, I have to take on something new, and I like wasn't really sure about it.
Like, do it for me. So
I
I could
know.
sell them at the shop.
Like you like walked around and like kept checking in. You're like, yeah, you need to make these. Like these will be so good. And then you were like putting them in all the girls' hair, putting them in everyone's hair.
Well, then I actually put it on my Snapchat real quick or my Instagram, and people already messaging me wanting to buy it. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? I was like,
I,
yeah, I told you. I
I
told
know
you it's
you
gonna
ran over
work.
and showed me, and I was like, oh my God, what am I getting myself into? So imagine you had short hair or like you hated scrunchies or something. Like XXL would have never existed.
I know. Because you didn't make it for my sisters, you made it for me. In a cute little package with like a handwritten and like made homemade Christmas card. How did we come up with the name?
But I remember we were on Pinterest for like hours, and I remember I looked at you and I was like, I have the name. Let's call it Scrunch. And then you looked at me so weird, and I was like, oh, it's so embarrassing. I shouldn't have told her that.
I forgot that you were gonna name it Scrunch.
I know, I was like, it's just one word and it's like so clean, like Scrunch. So cool. But yeah, we were Pinteresting for like 2 hours, and we were just on our phone trying to do our thing and like research.
And I got done putting it on and I was taking selfies and like pictures.
And I remember your sister came over and was like, you guys are still looking at that? Are you guys serious about that? And even my sister-in-law was like, you guys are still doing that? I know, it was so fun. And then I don't know, I just remember one moment we were sitting at like the kitchen island, like obviously like on our phones, scrolling like on Pinterest like crazy, showing each other things. And I just looked over and I was like, what about if we call it XXL? Because I like really short like things. And like I don't know, I think I saw something in Roman numerals. Like
Graphic design background, you probably were visualizing your logo already in your head, right?
yeah, I remember that night because we had to drive home like 2 hours from your sister's. And that night I stayed up all night to design the logo. And yeah, I'll show you the plans. I still have them, like the digital plans. But I designed it that night, and then that's been the logo and like the tag design ever since, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It like happened so fast.
Well, I remember I came back to Thunder Bay and then we were still talking. You were sending me, yeah, logo designs. And then you were like, oh, I have like the tag and like the artwork for it. And I'm like, holy, this is going to be awesome.
I know it was happening so fast.
And then I was like, okay, I'm ordering like 30 ready. Like, I think I was like, you didn't even make it yet.
I
And I
know.
was like, I'm just going to order them right away.
I did a wholesale, like I showed them photos, like, hey, do you want to buy some? And they're like, yeah, I'll take 30. And I was like, texted you right away. I was like, Alan, I just sold 30. Oh my God. And you're like, oh my God, I guess I'll buy 32. And I was like, okay. So I had to make like 60 right away, like on the spot. I had no idea what I was truly doing yet.
Yeah, I remember getting the first package and it was like just in a plain like
White bag,
plastic thing, white bag, like just wrapped and
like
like
taped so crazily because I went to the post
taped so
office.
tight. I remember like trying to open it and making sure I don't damage anything.
Oh
And
my
then they all
God.
popped out and I was like, oh my God, this is so many. It was only 30. But I was like, this is amazing. And then I sold out literally. And I was like, okay, can you get me 80? Can you order me 70? Can you order
And and I was still living at my condo in Toronto, so I was like sewing everything by myself and like going everywhere alone. I was like, oh God, that's when I knew I needed my mom's help. Then I like instantly moved home 2 weeks later, all because of scrunchies.
I
But then
know.
the pandemic happened, so it kind of like saved me. Like I always say, scrunchies saved my life.
It brought joy to everybody pretty much through the pandemic, I think.
So when your customers first came in, like when they bought them, did they already know we were selling them, or they just saw them in the shop? And what did they say?
So, like, because of your marketing and stuff like that, like, I had it advertised on my Instagram
Yeah.
story and stuff. And then I was trying to, be all cute and wearing them and nice scrunchies, you know. And when my clients would come in, they would see them and be like, hey, what is that? And like, literally, like, I was like, oh, these are scrunchies. And I like would always be wearing one like every day. So then they're
Yeah.
like, okay, these are amazing. And then that was kind of known, like Vitality was known for like carrying the XXL brand, pretty much like the first in Thunder Bay to carry the brand, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and then
So
after your salon like was carrying them, I remember two others reached out and asked me to be there too. A lot of people don't know this, but Thunder Bay is like my number one supporter. Like to this day, even my online sales, the most sales ever go to Thunder Bay, which is amazing. I was also born there,
yeah,
so it's technically my hometown too.
that's what
Yeah.
I like about Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay is very like supportive of local or locally handmade in Canada. It's very good. Like small businesses really thrive in Thunder Bay because I feel like everyone supports a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I have so many more friends there now, thanks to XXL. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Northern XXL Scrunchie. It's the Northern edition
Just
of XXL Scrunchie. So it's basically Thunder Bay's own like collection made by you, specific colors that aren't sold online anywhere, and they're only sold and made by you in Thunder Bay. But it's like my sister company, so it's like supporting you is also supporting me. So
hmm.
yeah, when did Northern XXL Scrunchie start?
It was during the lockdown, the first lockdown. I wasn't able to work, so I wasn't doing anything, and I was going crazy because I need to work. And I think it was July. It was like 3 months into the lockdown. I'm like, I don't know when I'm going back to work,
Yeah.
and I'm bored. And I know I was talking with you, and then you mentioned, why don't you start Northern XXL? I'm like, really? You think I could do it? You're like, yes. So my boyfriend got me a sewing machine, and basically we were FaceTiming, and you're showing me how to do it.
Yeah, I remember it was so funny because you were like sewing the wrong side inside out and like
Oh my God, there's so many steps that I forgot, and I would be like, damn it, because I'm like, I'm wasting this material. Like, you know what I mean? And like, I mean, the first one I did was with an old T-shirt because I didn't want to like use the real like my material. That's my boyfriend's old T-shirt. I knows that. And I cut them up, and yeah, I tried it out. And yeah, this first one was a white T-shirt, just a plain white T-shirt. And then I remember I put it in my hair, and I was like, took a picture, and I sent it to you. Oh my God, that was so good.
I remember like 2 days later you'd be like, "Oh my God, look at this pile of scrunchies. I sewed them and forgot to put on the tag, like the little fabric tag."
Because I never sewed before, so but it was fun, and it was something for me to do while during the lockdown, the first lockdown.
Yeah, because I remember you were still selling mine, but I like when I was sewing them at that point, I was selling out so fast I couldn't keep up either. So it was also helping me that you were sewing them as well to kind of like lift the little pressure off me, but still being able to like reach our customers. And Thunder Bay, everyone is so been so supportive, so I wanted to give them something just like special. You go.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I was gonna say so many people reached out to me and you, and they're like, "Are you sure? Like, can you ship this one to us?" Like people in like Florida or like Texas are like, "I really want that pattern. Can Northern XXL Scrunchie make an exception for me?" And we had to say no to so many people because it would have just been like crazy.
Well, yeah, because I wasn't like I wasn't gonna get into shipping because I just wanted it exclusive. You know what I mean? To Thunder
Yeah,
Bay, so
yeah.
local pickup. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
yeah, I was getting messages like, "Well, can you ship it?" And I was like, "Well, I can, but you can go on XXL website and they ship like the XXL
Yeah,
colors, right?"
yeah.
So that's another thing too. It was like confusing for people, like, but I'm like, guys, I didn't want to get into the shipping. It started July, and then a month later, I was allowed to go back to work, and I was like, oh shoot, like I'm not gonna have time to make any spreadsheets.
I
So
know. Like,
yeah,
how
it
do you have
started
time now?
after I'm done work usually. So like I'm done at 8 p.m. and then I'll sew until like 4 in the morning or
Till
something.
4 in the morning, but then you
So, but
also still order.
yeah, I still order XXL from the website and sell them here as well.
So Northern XXL Scrunchie, I designed the tag and it has a specific tag. As you can see, I'll even upload like a higher quality version as well. But it says Northern on it and on the back. What does the back say? I forget.
And this is a story.
Yeah. Do
So,
you want to read it?
so it says, this XXL scrunchie is handmade by Adlan, who helped create XXL scrunchie when she received it as a Christmas gift from founder Tina. Thank you for supporting our family business.
Oh, so
So,
cute.
yeah, this is like the first northern color that I launched. Remember, I
Really?
showed you, and I was like, hey, yeah, this is a Mandy.
Oh my God, so cute. You still have it?
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
I still have the fabric for it.
Oh, nice.
So this is like the first one, and named it Mandy after the hairstylist that works here. And yeah, I remember I sent you the color. I'm like, what do you think of this one? Like,
I
is
was
this
like,
gonna
it's
be the first
perfect.
or the next XL? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the first one.
How people keep asking why we name them after people. And I named the first
Mhm.
one after you just because it was so like symbolic. Like it reminded me of you too. Like the fabric just reminded me of you. So like, yeah, it's right there. I'll even like pop a photo of like what it looks like closer up. It reminds me
I
of
know,
you
I love
so
that one.
much. And like I had you to thank for starting the whole business, so it only made sense to name it after you. And after I named it after you, I was like, I don't want to name them after just colors because it's so hard to think of. I have so many people I want to name it after that like I don't know, it's fun. Like they feel special too when I name it after them. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
me giving them like a fun gift, like I'm thinking of them. And it just people remind me of colors, so it just made sense.
Yeah, because you named this one, and I was like, oh my God, because I think you showed me this color. I'm like, I freaking love this. Like,
Yeah.
and then you named it after me, and then like, yeah, like you're naming it after like my sister and like your niece and your, sister-in-law and like all that. And like, it was just really, it's honestly really fun because people love it. They like ask to be like, oh, are you gonna name one after me?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just so much
So
more fun, like for me too. People asked our favorite memory together.
I think well, we've traveled lots together,
And we
and
have like I think 7 matching tattoos together.
yeah. So okay, so let's go through them.
I don't
So
even know
this
the
one,
order. Like we even have a matching ear tattoo.
yeah.
I
So
think
we
I have
have
the
the
photo.
matching. This one is really symbolic because this is like what's on, like
Our
the
shirts.
sweatshirts there, our shirts, on my wall, and now it's on our skin. And Tina designed this. Yes, and it's on everything, and I love it. Got it tattooed by Vanessa in Thunder Bay, and
Yeah, we got tattooed together.
together. So yeah, it was this one and this one that Vanessa did.
Were those our
And
first
then
ones?
Permanent
our first
filter.
one was this palm tree leaf. Remember?
Oh yeah, in Nashville.
Nashville.
This one.
Remember we almost got the wrong palm tree leaf?
Yeah, we were so
You're
close.
like you were like, oh yeah, let's get a palm tree leaf, and then literally like we showed him a leaf, and then at the last minute you're like, wait a second, that's not a palm tree leaf. It was
Yeah.
some other leaf, and so we
Yeah.
changed it to make sure it was a palm tree leaf.
Yeah, so crazy we almost
That
got
was
the
our,
wrong leaf.
and then the second one was Vanessa's or Hawaii.
I think it was Vanessa's.
So then Vanessa's.
Yeah.
Then this one we got in Hawaii.
Yeah, and it's so cool because we can link I think his name was like Tomo, right? We can link his like thing.
Yeah.
He decided to like connect the flower to the leaf. Like these
I
were two
saw
separate tattoos, but
that.
then he connected them. Like so cool. What a cool guy.
And
And
then
you
we
had an
got
iguana on you the whole time. Like a pet iguana was chilling on you the whole time you got tattooed.
it was a chameleon and it moved so slow and I want one.
Oh yeah, chameleon. What was his name? He had a cool name.
And we got this one um,
Oh
by Vanessa,
yeah.
and Vanessa's at Red River Trade Company in Thunder Bay.
Because we want to get XXL tattooed, like on our wrist.
So
Yeah, I
we
remember.
messaged Vanessa, we booked with her,
Oh
and we
yeah.
were all ready to go. And then the first lockdown happened, and we had to cancel. So yeah, that's probably what my favorite moment with you is traveling and getting tattoos.
Now we can go over the Q&A from my Instagram story. Let's check it out. Okay, one of them says, "Do you poo?"
What?
Someone says, what did you guys have for Christmas dinner? Remember we had Greg's steak? That was the last time I had meat. I've been vegetarian ever since.
I have that video of you eating meat for the first time in 3 years.
Oh my God. Can you send it to me?
It's funny. It's like a heart thing, and you're just like,
I can't believe you recorded me eating. So someone asked, have you ever felt like giving up on your small business? So for me, since XXL Scrunchie just happened so fast, and like the first day I launched, I purely posted on my personal Instagram, and then you shared it to like that reached so many people in Thunder Bay, all your clients. Everything just sold out like that day. So I've never felt like giving up, but even if sales were slow, I know that to be successful, you have to be consistent and keep at it. So I don't think I would have ever given up, even if it was like slower at the start. Have you ever felt like giving up, Anlin, when you first opened your salon?
Well, it was like hard. Like I've actually opened up a few businesses, and like the first one, was only a year. I was a dental hygiene clinic, and we closed after a year. So it was very discouraging to want to start something else again. Like, do I want to start it? And if it fails again, so I took a chance, and I was like, hey, I'll open up, a shop with my best friend Ryan, who does hair, and I'm like, I'll just give it a shot and do this and see how it goes. With small businesses, yes, it's like hard to open because you never know like how to build clients and struggling to like be a new business and stuff. So that's I think the first hurdle. Once you get past that hurdle, then you just go up from there. There's slow times and there's non-slow times and stuff, and especially during the pandemic was hard for the lockdown because I got back to work and I lost half my clients. So at that point, I was like, if this pandemic goes on, do I want to keep doing Vitality? Because it's actually a service that can get shut down whenever.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, maybe I'll just quit and then do scrunchies full time. Because I'm like, people always want scrunchies during the pandemic. But no, I love it. So there's times where we struggle, but you just got through it and stuff. And like I said, Thunder Bay is very supportive of small businesses. I feel like a lot of people are supportive of like small businesses.
Yeah. And before XXL, I was painting murals, and that took a while to take off too, but I was still in college. And before that, I had like literally 10 other jobs, like Walmart, Dairy Queen. Like I've quit all those jobs. So I guess it's always easy to feel discouraged, but there's always something new you can start.
Yeah, like there's
try
always
to stick to
opportunities that you can try. Like I think you were gonna, you went to Vietnam and you did a mural there.
Yeah, and then my whole next year was like gonna commit to going to Vietnam again to paint murals. Yeah. But then suddenly scrunchies, the opportunity came up there. Oh, someone said, let's see that OG scrunchie. It's in your hair right now. Isn't it?
I checked no. And this is the OG scrunchie. I'm going to get it framed, and I'm literally putting it in a frame, a shadow box, no tag, no nothing.
That thing is worth a lot of money.
I know. But the first ones, like when you first launched in January, right?
Yeah.
There was no like
fabric tags. Oh yeah, fabric tags.
Yeah. And so a lot of my clients have come in, they're like I don't have a tag. I'm like, well, you're the OG. Like you supported right from the beginning. Because if you don't have a tag on it, that means you started buying them right when Tina opened or started. So that's pretty neat too. Like see their own tag. But I always say, look for the tag, like the XXL brand.
Yeah. Yeah, I get a lot of messages like that theirs are missing, and I'm like, I didn't start sewing them on till after.
Yeah.
Someone asked, as a small business owner, how many hours do you work a week? Can you take days off, vacation? So for me, I can take off any days I want, but I don't want to because then I'll just fall behind on all my work. And since I'm like running this business, if I fall behind, I just have more work to do tomorrow. And I do truly enjoy it, so I want more time to work. So right now, also we're in a pandemic, so I don't find the need to have vacation. And I feel like I was lucky to be spoiled enough to travel so much already. I feel like I'm content with just focusing on what I have to do now to build this. But if I wanted vacation, I could make it work for sure. Go to bed at like midnight and then I get up at like 7 a.m. and then I usually take like 2 or 3 breaks during the day, but just to eat food. What about
And then
you?
how many scrunchies do you sew?
Scrunchies?
You said,
So
yeah.
I try to sew 100 on a good day, but now I have help. Like I have two helpers, Tori and Ashley. They're doing the elastic for me. So now I'm making like almost 150 maybe a day, but for sure 100 a day now that are like pumping out every day, which is sweet.
What was the
You,
question?
I know, right?
Sorry,
How
what was
many
the question?
how many hours do you work a week and do you take vacation?
So I work 6 days a week, so usually 10-hour days. So 10 a.m. to 8 is usually what I try and do. Since I do have control of my schedule, I can maneuver vacation, but it's sometimes hard, right? Because if I have clients, returning clients, you're gonna, like, I'm the only one that does the service, so I have
Hmm.
to be here to do it. So it is hard for me to take vacation. Usually the only time I do take off is Christmas time to go see my family,
Yeah.
and maybe once in the summer. But that's about it, and I can't really take off too much. It's only a few
Yeah.
days. Um,
Yeah, because people
right.
like really depend on you. Like they need to see
Yeah,
you.
so they need to see me. I see my clients every 2 to 3 weeks. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just me.
Yeah, I haven't really had the chance to like do a full on like week vacation or anything yet, but I feel like if I did, I have people that could cover the packaging if I were to leave, but I don't really need that yet.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anyone to cover my lashes.
Lashes.
My lashes.
Imagine you
Oh my
have a
God,
backup Antland.
that'd be amazing. Hmm. Look into
Oh,
that.
someone's like, not a question, but my BF got me a bunch of your scrunchies for Christmas and I'm obsessed. Said one thing you wish you knew before starting your business. That's such a good one. I wish I knew how to ship things because the night that I moved home to get my mom's help, I think the next day, like I just took off that night, like 2 hours that night to just relax for a bit. And I think I cried the next day, like literal stressful tears because we didn't know exactly how to ship things. And like when we were bagging things, like the bags weren't sealing properly and we had to reseal all these other bags and the labels weren't even in order and we had to like peel them off the envelopes and like my dad went to the post office and some of them were rejected because they weren't the right size or something. Like I remember I actually cried. I was so stressed. So that's the one thing I wish I knew before we started. I know it sounds so dumb, but it was just so stressful in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I knew how to ship before I started running a business. What about you?
Think what I want to know before I started business is, I think marketing, because I'm not good at it. You know, so if I had some help in, like, you know, posting on social and stuff like that. I mean, you're so good at it. Like, your marketing is amazing because you're a graphic designer, right? So it's very distinctive to your style, and that's what I love. I love XXL because it's a whole brand,
Yeah.
right? It's like your unique designs, like your artwork,
Thank
like
you.
everything. It's like just amazing. Things that your
Yeah.
clothing, you're designing the clothing and everything. So,
You're so
but yeah,
nice.
I think that that's like mostly what I need help with is, because I'm like, I can't even advertise the Northern brand. Like, I feel like I still fall behind in it.
Yeah, that's true. I never really thought about how I'm just a graphic designer, so it just kind of meshed really well when I started the business. Advice on how to grow your business. My advice, be consistent. And then the whole reason my business took off is from word of mouth. So don't be scared to share it to your personal page and tell everyone you know because it's just that person will tell another person, or they'll see it, and it'll just slowly grow by word of mouth organically. And that's, I think, the best way. So that's what I would advise people how to grow your business. And then get on TikTok.
Yeah,
Get on
TikTok
TikTok.
for vitality. I think atmosphere, right? Because there's a lot of people that do lashes and do what I do, warming environment that wants people to want to come and keep coming to see you. Also, like, work with other businesses, you know what I mean? Like, you're not like competing against them. I find like it's not about competition, it's about like making aware of the services.
Yeah.
So, because there's always going to be people that are doing lashes. There's always going to be people that are going to be making scrunchies, right? So,
Yeah.
like I said, you just distinct yourself from them, but also like, support. Everyone should support each other, right? For small businesses. For my business, that too. I always say my clients are walking advertisements. So they're walking around with nice brows, or who did your brows, or nice eyelashes, who did your lashes. So yeah, my clients are very important to me in growing a business. Is the clients and you for the customers, right? That support.
I saw someone post, and it couldn't be more true. Like, pick your customers over profit, and I fully believe in that for sure.
I've clients have been coming to me since the beginning, and like I can't imagine like not having them, in my life.
Same with all my customer, with the XXL fam.
Right? Like you develop personal relationships with them and stuff like that. So, and during the lockdown it was hard because like I didn't see them, and then it's like, I've never seen you like in 4 months, and I'm used to seeing them every like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, so people want to know what's next for XXL. Still warehouse hunting to get a bigger space, but not in a rush. We're still expanding our team slowly. So I have a team of 11 people now, which is crazy. Actually, I didn't count you, so technically 12. Like when I was naming people, I forgot to count you in my YouTube video. I was like, wow, I have 11 people, but technically I have 12 because you are clearly part of this team. For future, our next plan that we can do whenever it's safe to travel and like you don't have to social distance and when you don't have to wear a mask, our next plan is to have a pop-up shop where I'm going to come to Thunder Bay because I want to meet so many of you. I feel like that's it. Can't wait to edit the bloopers of me freaking out on you because of the volume. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Okay, now we can like kind of relax. Do you want to give a tour of Vitality? I'm filming it now.
Oh, shoot, there's no scrunchies on the scrunchie wall though.
That's okay, I can show pictures. So, Anlan, give us a tour of Vitality.
I'll just clean up a little bit here.
Welcome to Vitality.
Like I said, there is my wall that Tina designed. Awesome. And just our waiting area. We're not technically having a waiting area anymore. Just product shelf.
Cute.
And here is the space of the hair salon space.
I want to get my hair done so bad.
And then,
Wait, I can show your lash room.
there's our scrunchie wall. There's no scrunchies on it right now.
It's okay, I'll pop up a photo of what it looks like when the scrunchies are full.
Yeah. And then, let's take my jacket out of here. Where did I go? Oh. So this is
Oh my god, the wallpaper looks so good.
Did you not see it before?
Not really. Did you put it in a frame? Or is that a mirror? Oh, it's a mirror.
And this is the wall that you did.
Oh yeah, I'll pop up a photo right here. Oh, I can pop up the video of me painting it.
Yeah. And then check this out. This is my mini fridge.
Oh my god, cute.
Attached to my microblading.
Cute.
Microblading. And that's about it.
So cute. So thank you, Anlan. This was so fun chatting. This was like the longest we've chatted all year because we always just chat for like 2 seconds. But thank you.
I miss you.
I know, I miss you so much. If you guys have any more questions for us, leave it in the comments and maybe we'll make a part 2 like in a year or something, or like in a few months.
I'm excited for what's upcoming with XXL. I'm really excited for the new collection that you're gonna drop. And what I'm really excited about is the Stanny Pack. So I'm super excited. I haven't got mine yet in the mail. I'm waiting for it.
Hi, Anlan. Thanks for coming. I love you.
How does it fit in my ear? Like, how do you fit these things
Those look
in?
huge.
I know, like this fits, but this doesn't.
And then I'm like sweating from like unplugging things like 20 times.
I'm so